Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3. Alright, guys, I know I started streaming late today, but I'm just gonna quickly show you how, like, it's Friday trade I took. It's pretty much this. Kind of waited for price to kind of get back to, our point of control or zone of interest. Most volume was, and it's at the premium of the range, and we have a nice return to zone. Liquidity formed. It's just making a lower high to go lower. So that was the play. Overnight market shot up. It kind of grinded up overnight. You see how it kind of grinded up overnight right here? Yeah. So essentially, when I saw that New York opened, dropped down right here. Honestly, this was my zone of interest. I wanted to just get in here, but I wanted to see us lose the daily VWAP first. Kind of close below here. Lost the daily VWAP. Retest. Boom. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed these things, but there was volume divergence. So, something to keep in mind. It's just something to keep in mind, where you have, like, you see over here, price going up and volume going down. That means people were not interested to buy here. There's no push to go higher. So, boom. As soon as we broke structure here, volume increased, people got interested in selling this thing. So yeah, I don't know if I like this volume setting. Let me see or how it looks. If I do like an area, I wonder how that looks. Do area. That. See this? Literally from this point, it's not like this, The volume is decreasing. And when you have the opposite, then you see volume increase. You go the other way. I don't know if there was one down here. Let's see. There was one down here when we came to this zone. Thing, I guess you could say this. Okay, I don't like these bars. It's kind of ugly. What a histogram. No, these look better. Let's go with normal bars. How about that? Let's go with that. Yeah. It's the best. This vision wasn't so thick, If we can make it like thinner. Yeah, so it's the same thing right here. Yeah, it's somewhat of a divergence right here. So this price came down, volume picked up. You know, if you want to look at divergences, it's like one of the things you can look at. It's not always accurate, but it's a good sign. Like from this point, okay, what price is coming down from that point, volume's going up. So that's the divergence in. You know, people look at SMT, whatever they want to call it. I don't like that word. It's basically absorption. Orders. Institutional absorb orders. But they call it SMT, man. You know what it is. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. I feel like ICT people got wrecked over here. For sure. Your ICT people got wrecked right here. They're like, oh, you know what? This is like a... Yeah, Blessing Liquidity, LR. So they were like, LR. And they saw this. They're like, oh, sweep of the low. This is an A+ setup. Nope, it's not. This is what I'm telling you guys. You guys have to know other fundamentals about technical analysis. You know, it's not about like, you gotta look at volume. You have to look at, you know, where we are in the range. You know, are we at a premium? Are we at a discount? You know, like what happened here before? Like what did this level do? You know, like support resistance matters. You know, like if you look at it, right, this right here, it's like a cleaner chart. Okay. So if you look at it, you know, if you just take this line right here, like where it resisted, right? Look at that, right? You have, you know, you essentially have, this is a floor or like a ceiling, you know. This is a support resistance level, right? So our price tried to break out here, came down, didn't work. Tried to break out again, didn't work. Tried to break out again, tried again, didn't work. Tried again, didn't work. So this is a very strong level of resistance, right? So you have to take that into consideration, right? So, you know, like if you look at the bigger time frame, you're in this big old range right now, right? So where like this is resistance, and then you have support here, right? Kind of has support here. The price is just, you know, it's just poking out. It's poking out these areas, these value area high, value area low. This is your point of control, kind of, you know, it's just price is ranging right now. It's in a big old range. That's all it is. That's all it is. Price is ranging. You know, it's more balanced. Yeah, so it's just something to be mindful of next time you take trades, just based off just how candlestick looks. You know, like narrative, you know, support resistance, price levels, all of that, they all matter. You know, yeah, just keep it simple. So next time you don't get caught up. Like even if you miss a trade, it's not like, oh, it's a bad trade. Oh, I did something wrong. No, it's just sometimes, I mean, the market is not predictable like it is, like you think it is. You just, you know, take the best trades possible that you think, and, you know, you manage your risk, and that's how you stay in the game. Just manage your risk and your size, and know a clear exit and entry point, you know, and start de-risking trades and stuff. Like, it's okay to de-risk. Nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything. A lot of people say don't I would de-risk. If I'm trading technical analysis, and if I see an invalidation in, like, while it's in profit, and I see an invalidation of that move, I'd rather de-risk and take the money, you know? Why not? I think I targeted this this volume gap right here. Yeah, in the morning. This is the one I see, this gap right here. This is what I targeted. Target that gap. And right now, it's late. You don't want to trade these. This is not good to trade. So you just kind of. There's really no trade here. There's really no trade here, Yeah. So keep that in mind. I think we were potentially making a lower high to go lower. We could, or we come back into this range and we go back up. All right. So there's supply here. There's demand here. And, price is kind of curling down like this, and then eventually it should go up. Where did I go? I'll go into the S&P. That's what I'm. It's fine. Let it fail. Yeah, I don't see any trades right now. I'm pretty much done for the day. Yeah, it's pretty much done. Yesterday was another day where everyone was like, "Oh no, it's sold in shot." It's not. If you look at it, this is sauce. Okay. I don't want to give up too much, but just know that we broke down right here. We broke down right here. This was the first sign of failure. Okay. The second sign was this. I got taken right here. Okay. After that, from this leg to this, you broke down again, and then you came back. 1, 2, 3. You came for a redistribution, okay, of the high, and then you broke down again. So this was the third confirmation right here, this zone. So when she tapped back into the zone, and I don't know where VWAP was at that time. Let me see. Okay, that's your third. When you tap in right here, you could have gotten in here. This was your entry. This was your stop loss right here, and you could have targeted lows, like lows. Like I'd say at least this low, this low right here. You could have targeted it, or lower actually. Like this demand zone right here, you could have targeted this level, right? So have to move down, so it's like it's 150 points. Your risk is from here to here, it's like 30-point risk to make 150. That's not bad. And then you got your third confirmation where price broke down. You could have gotten in here too. When we lost VWAP right here, this was another entry. So give you moves. People are like, not people. ICT fanboys. They saw something like this. They saw this. They're like, oh my god, this inversion. This is a 4-hour inversion fair value gap. How did this not work? Right here. They're like, oh my god, this is a 4-hour inversion. How did this not work? And then, what? Like, what are you talking about? 4-hour inversions. And then they're like, oh, look, it was like on the 4 or the 3. Right here. I know for a fact that so many ICT boys are like, oh, this is LR. Look, low resistance liquidity, LR, equal highs up top, blah, 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 you know? Which is equal highs, I mean, they work, right? Equal highs is essentially like a good floor ceiling to break. Anyways, so low resistance, right? And then you see price like, oh, inversed. Oh, sweep of the lows. This is like the perfect trade. I'm gonna get in on this. Okay. So they got in on this somewhere here. And they targeted the highs. I'm pretty sure like they have like they usually put their stop loss like below this wick or something. Alright. So they did. You know what happened? Done. Gone. Gone. I think some people got in here too. They're like, oh, you know what? Sweep of these internal. Right? Maybe. I don't know how they would do it. Again, gone. Yeah. Talk about your A+ setups. Okay. Anyways, I'm done being a jerk. Well, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm gonna close the stream now because there's nothing else to really talk about. Join the Discord, man. Join the community. Peace. Tu samjhana.